What's up everyone, my name is Zach Levitt and I'm a freshman here at the College of William & Mary, and I run cross country and track for their D1 team. And having just gone through the recruitment process and getting selected for a college and running for them, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge on what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So I'm going to give you the 5 biggest tips that I wish I had known last year when I was going through the process. So let's jump right into this. So the most important part of the whole recruitment process is the initial contact. And if you're not a top 10 runner in your entire state, then you probably won't be getting blown up with emails. But in reality, most people end up reaching out to coaches, and that's when they make the first contact, by email. So what I recommend is, if you find a school that you really like, then log on to their team website and find the information for the head coach and the assistant coach. And sometimes the sites will say like who you need to hit up for recruiting, and usually there's like a recruitment like questionnaire, and definitely fill that out. But if you're not top on their list, then you probably need to send an email saying, hey, I'm really interested in your program, I run these times, and I really want to run here. And make it short and sweet, because coaches have a lot of emails flowing through their inboxes, and they don't want to read a 10-page paragraph about who you are. You need to give them a short of who you are, what you've done, and then after that, let them respond and ask more questions, because this is just the start of the process. Usually this will lead to a phone call, or it may lead to a denial. I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple of those where coaches would just send me time standards and I was like, well, I haven't hit those, so I guess I'll get back to you later. So you gotta find a coach that really wants you, and when they do, you'll know, because they'll contact back to you and say, hey, here's my phone number, shoot me a call sometime soon, or when can we work out a call? And so that is usually the start of the whole process, and that leads me to part 2. Okay, so once you've established that connection with the coach, once you've had a couple talks, sent a couple emails, they may ask you to come out for an official visit. And that's basically an all-expense paid trip to be a student for a couple days. And so you just live with the host, they take you to class, they take you to practice, they do all that, and it's super fun. It's an amazing time, and it's when you really find out if you fit on that team, if you think that this is where you belong. And for me at William & Mary, I was having an amazing visit, and when I got to the locker room after a long run with the team, I just knew it was my place. Like, I felt like I bonded so well with the people there, and even though it was still a little awkward because I'm just a recruit, I still just like knew that this is where I wanted to be, and these are the people I like hanging out with, people like this. And so that was the moment, and it just clicked for me. And a lot of people say that there's a click, and I didn't think it was true until it really happened. And so I'd recommend taking as many visits as it takes to then have that click. And you have a maximum of 5 through the NCAA, but there are also unofficial visits you can take. And so there's a lot of opportunities to really find what you like. And if you never have that click, then take the school that's closest to it. But try to find that click, because that's when you know you'll be in the right place. And for me, it's been a dream come true so far. So to piggyback off point 2, when you're taking your visits, you need to come in with a clear mind. You can't have preconceptions of the school. You can only form your own opinions, because coming into William & Mary, I heard that was old and like historic and stuff, and people are super boring and just do work all the time. And I guess, well, I am in Colonial Williamsburg right now, but the people here are lively. It's an exciting school, and most of the school itself is just a place to be, a place to hold all the amazing people that live here. And so you need to consider that, because it's a community you're choosing. You're not choosing the school for, oh, it has nice buildings. You need to choose it for the people that are there and the people that you'll fit in with, because, I don't know, schools get bad raps, and it really only matters when you're in high school and you make your decision and tell people, because once you're there, it's just a group of people that also chose to go there. So it's not like anybody's gonna be mad at you, make fun of you, any of that once you're there. So it's more making a decision that you believe is right for yourself. So consider that when you're going on your visits, and don't write off any school, because some schools may wow you that you didn't expect to be wowed by. And for me, that was William & Mary, and it really stuck out to me. And on my visit, I decided to commit because I was just so wowed and just entertained by the school and the people here. It's just an experience that you have to find on your visits. Okay, so a lot of coaches sit you down and have conversations with you where they ask you questions about your intentions for the next 4 years, your goals for this season, what other schools you're looking at, maybe even how much money you want, or they'll tell you how much money you're going to receive. And these are all super tough questions and very uncomfortable conversations with somebody that you've only met a couple weeks ago or had only a couple hours of conversation with. So my biggest advice would be to come in with ideas about what you want to achieve in the next year, 4 years. So think of a good 10K time, think of a good 8K time, think of a good 5K time, whatever you hope to achieve, whether it be track times. You want to come in with a great goal, and coaches like to see people that are really thinking about the future and what they want to achieve in the next few years, because they want people that are going to make an impact on their team, and they want people that are going to be in it for the long run. So thinking that you are very committed to their school is something that they love. So a small tip while I'm sitting here is to possibly use a smaller school that's contacting you as a burner school. A school that you get to practice talking to coaches and responding to questions, because a lot of colleges ask you similar questions, so you can use the knowledge and experience you have from talking to the smaller school you may not be interested in and apply that to like a larger or better school that you want to be talking to. So keep that in mind and possibly use that if you have the opportunity to. Okay, so my final advice is to get out there and get started, whether that's sending an email or talking to a coach in person or just filling out the questionnaire. The biggest thing is to get started, because it's a super daunting process, and thinking about emailing coaches and emailing different people that are like higher up, it seems really scary, but the biggest thing is getting there early, being one of the first people to official visit, because there's going to be more money to give for scholarship, as well as rosters will fill up later into the school year. So you want to be done and you want to be able to relax and enjoy your final year of high school. And for me, that was committing early in November, and it really just took a lot of stress off me academically, and it actually allowed me to thrive athletically, because I could spend less time doing homework and I could really focus on running and getting the right amount of sleep. And so it really helped me carry through my indoor and outdoor track season, and I ended up having big PRs, so it was a really great time, and I definitely recommend trying to commit early if you can, and if not, then it's okay. As usual, I hope you enjoyed this video. Live happy, be healthy, see ya.
Man in the party I know Ray, I know his nephews reppin' sweet talk. Shaka go make my friend's best friend from Belize. She loves TDE, favorite songs called The Grains. Say